Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video, I'm going to be doing a Star Wars Bad Batch Episode 10 Common Ground, Easter Eggs, and All-Out Review. A couple things before I start the episode. Last episode, when I did my other Easter egg review, I forgot to talk about a couple things, so let me just say them right now. In the chase sequence, when Omega was running away from Fennec Shand and Cad Bane, she jumped through one of the doors that she opened previously, but she didn't open it the entire way. That kind of reminded me of that one funny scene from New Hope that was only added in the special edition. Open the blast doors, close the blast doors.
Close the blast doors!
Han was just running, and the Stormtrooper said, close the blast doors. He jumped through, then the Stormtrooper said, open the blast doors. So yeah, there's that. Then there's also those jars that you see in the last episode, which have the Celestian and the Kaminoan. Those remind me of the Snoke jars from Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and the ones from The Rise of Skywalker. And last thing, the Lido system reminded me of Cloud City, because it's, it was in the clouds. So I'm sure it was a gas giant or something, but that's it. Also, sorry for the lateness of this video. I was at my cottage, so I couldn't release the video. But now let's get on to the actual Episode 10 review. So first of all, the episode title is titled Common Ground. Now, I couldn't really find any significance in this title that I could think of. It might be because Echo was a bit angry at the beginning of the episode that they were helping a separatist. But then at the end, he kind of found some common ground with the separatists, that they both are against the Empire. So that could be it, that they found some common ground. I was thinking it would have something to do with Fennec Shand. They were going to find some common ground with Fennec Shand, that they both care about Omega. But it turns out nothing to do with this one. Next, we have, so the episode starts on a planet called Ricus Secundus. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Ricus Secundus. So yeah, that's the separatist homeworld that you see Padme travel to in the Clone Wars episode, Heroes on Both Sides. I'm pretty sure that was the episode. And that's when you meet Lux. Yes, I don't remember his last name, but he was friends with Ahsoka. So yeah, that's the planet. It's the separatist capital of the city. The galaxy, so yeah, that's that. So it starts with, you see a whole gathering of a bunch of people, and the Empire, this new admiral, which you learn is later Admiral Bragg, I think it was. So now the senator is going to give a speech to all the people about the new Empire and how they're imposing a curfew. But do they have COVID around? Because, there's that episode 3, they were wearing masks, so, but there's COVID around. Anyways, back to what I was saying. That's what they're saying, to protect the people, when really they aren't. So in the crowd, you can see a Rodian and a Gotel, and the senator's personal droid is a bug droid that you can see in Season 2 of The Mandalorian and on the Death Star a lot. So yeah, after that, when he goes to give his speech, he then decides to oppose the Empire and tells the people that they can't live under the Empire, always watch them at corners, like in World War II, when they would have the Nazis to watch them over corners. So they can't just live like that. So then he spoke out and he got arrested. So after then, you then cut to back on Ord Mantell, where you then see the Bad Batch and Omega. They're celebrating with their popcorn that they do after every mission. And you can actually see a couple Orbish signs, and I decided to take the time to translate them, which didn't take me that long because there was only one sign, and it said east-west. It's a sign that you see when they're walking. I couldn't find a picture of this, but sorry about that. So then when they go to Sid's, the Sid tells them that they have a mission to rescue the senator, when at the end the droid makes a call. So yeah, and she says that they're paying them big money, so they can't mess this one up. And they still owe Sid, obviously, for the episode Decommissioned, when they didn't get the tactical droid, so they still owe Sid. So then Hunter decides to leave Omega on Ord Mantell because she's been through a lot, obviously, in the last episode, and she's hunted by 2 bounty hunters right now. So yeah, they leave her there. So she's not very happy about that, obviously, and Sid is going to take care of her, and Sid's also not happy about that. She's not a babysitter. She just wants to have the money, but as she says in this episode, if she can keep Omega safe, then that'll benefit her with money. So when they get to the planet Recus Secundus again, they see a V-Wing. So yeah, you can see those in the Bad Batch trailer and in Revenge of the Sith briefly. And it seems that Echo doesn't really like the idea that they're rescuing a separatist. So yeah, he's not very happy about that. But as I said, maybe he's gonna find some common ground with the separatists. So they get the security codes in so they can land on the planet, and so that when they get down, they realize that the bug droid is their contact that they have to do. So then, when they get into the city, they need to disable the security cams to get into that fortified prison to get the senator out of the prison so that they can rescue him. But before they do that, they have to get those two guards away. So the bug droid distracts them by saying that this is his residence and yada yada yada. And then they beat those two people up. And actually, when they beat them up, that reminded me of the Death Town in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. I don't know if it's the same one from LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. But when you kick a stormtrooper or something, they make kind of like you make a punching sound, obviously. And when they punch them, that reminded me of that sound. Okay, so next, when they get through to the security cam, they go into the Imperial stronghold to go rescue the senator. And then the bug droid tries to make use of himself by distracting those two clone troopers. Well, then he throws that electrocuting grenade. But first he makes a mistake and he said Omega and Echo. So they realize that he does want Omega on the missions, but he wants to keep Omega safe after all the trouble that she's been through on the last episode. Oh wait, now's a good time to make. Now I just gotta do a quick shout out to my sponsor. Just kidding, I don't have a sponsor. Okay, so after that, they get through, and the Admiral Bragg is about to use an ITO interrogating droid that you might remember from A New Hope and a lot of other Star Wars content to get the information. I don't even know what they were trying to do because he doesn't have any information or anything, but trying to get the information out of her or something. But then they interrupt it right at the same time because obviously, and it's exactly like in A New Hope, you just slowly see it, you hear the noise, you slowly see it going close. But then, unlike in A New Hope, nobody gets stabbed by that point. So after, when they rescue them, they realize that they set off an alarm, and the alarm actually sounds a lot like the one from the Death Star. And The Mandalorian Season 2 that we see in the trailer. So yeah, after that, since they compromised their point, they have to go to the roof to escape. So once they go to the roof, they decide to zip line down to an ATTE, which is it stands for Alternate Tactical Enforcer. You see it in the Clone Wars, and obviously you see it in the trailer before this. So yeah, just that. So they swing down there, and the senator doesn't want to swing down there, but Wrecker just grabs him and just swings down there and says, "Don't look down." So once they get in there, they get shot by another ATTE. In that part, like, every time they took down one ATTE, another one would come. So once then, as Tech said, he had to fix the back leg or something, and then another one came and was trying to shoot at them. So then they all came out, and they tried to fight them off, obviously. And then the senator takes the vase that the droid rescued before and just hits it at one of the droids to save Tech. And he says the line, "I never really liked that vase, anyways." So after that, the senator then tells them to go into a closed alley, and he says to trust them. So they don't know if he was going to lead them into a trap or something. But instead, it was a secret underground door. So they blew up the door, and then they went through there. Then when they got into the open, I mean, this episode wasn't very eventful. It was it was a pretty short episode. So when they got into the open, he was wondering if his decision to leave the planet was good. But then Echo said, "You need to live to fight another day." So as you see, Echo at the beginning, he was very angry about rescuing a separatist. But at the end, he says, live to fight another day. So he finds some common ground with the person. They both are fighting against the Empire. So then when they get back, it turns out that this entire time, Omega and Sid have been, because Omega, as we think she's force sensitive, Omega and Sid have been making a big buck off of all the people, like the Ithorian and the Weequay that we see in the other episode, those two people. So yeah, they're playing, it looks a bit like Dirjik, but it looks like a smaller board, so maybe it's a variation of Dirjik. So she made some real money, and when they get back, they figure out that Hunter says that she paid off their Sid said that Omega paid off their debt. So first Hunter was angry because they didn't keep a low profile, but then at the end, they decided to play a game. And if Omega wins, then she can come on the missions. So that was left off. We never know who won, but we're assuming that Omega did win because she's not saying that Sid's for the rest of the season. We're at episode 10. So yeah, we got a couple more episodes. Now, so this is the end of that was the end of the episode. There's not much Easter eggs. This was a short episode, not many Easter eggs. But that's all the ones I noticed. Before I end this video, I just wanted to tell you the rest of the episodes because on IMDb, they have listed the names of the other episodes, so I just want to tell you right now. And I know they're right because that's what I said in the last episode, that Common Ground was going to be the name of this episode, and it was right. So the next episode, episode 11, is called Devil's Deal. I don't know what that has to do with anything about. Then episode 12, Rescue on Ryloth. So we're going back to Ryloth. That then gives me some ideas about Hera. Maybe we could see the appearance of Hera and Cham Syndulla. Next episode is Infested. Now the first thing that comes to mind are those Geonosian worm things that we saw in the Clone Wars in that episode. But those were the short. It's just the first thing that comes to mind for me, but I don't know. Then episode 14 called War Mantle, which is obviously Project War Mantle, what Crosshair is a part of. Episode 15 has no name. And episode 16, the finale, no name. So that's really it for the episode here. Thanks for Mazir for always watching my videos. And if you want to go check out an actual good review, because my review is terrible, go check out Bombastic's review. Like I said, link in the pinned comment. And if you like this video, I guess like it or whatever, and cue the outro.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.